Hi SD, thank you for your kind words, and we're really happy that you're loving the course. That's great news and you're doing really well. I'm just going to answer your question. It's quicker for me to make a video than to write it up, and probably more understandable as well. You wrote, does SD fix up all 200 pictures from each photo shoot in Lightroom or only the best ones? The way he does it in our to our homework is so time consuming. So you're right, I do not edit the way that I edit for your tutorials, for your critiques. The truth is I actually have people editing for me, but the way it's done is that we generally use Picasa to as you get more practice and things like exposure become less of a problem, and you're cropping in, you're seeing the picture in camera, there becomes less and less to do. So our editing is generally just a little bit of lightening, a little bit of darkening, a slight crop here and there, and for those kind of fixes, Picasa is more than adequate, is excellent. The way that I present my pictures to my clients, and this is a very important point that you'll get to in the Photography Business Hacks 101 at the end of the course, is I create what's called a diamond selection. So let's say of a 1 hour portrait session, I'll take something like, nowadays it's more pictures, but say between 500 and 700 pictures. The final portfolio will be, say, 200, 220 pictures. Then I will choose my favorite 70 odd pictures, which I call my diamond selection. And the idea behind it is that if I was to hand you 5 gorgeous pictures, your reaction would be, oh wow, gorgeous, amazing. If I was to hand you those 5 gorgeous pictures interspersed amongst another 5 mediocre pictures, then your reaction would be much less. And all the more so if I was to hand you those 5 gorgeous pictures interspersed amongst 15 mediocre pictures, then your reaction would be, well. So the goal is to present your clients with a selection of the best pictures, but at the same time you want to give them a portfolio, because you never know if the kid, that kind of look that kid has that is so special to the mother that you don't know about, etc., etc. So I've actually taken this in the past few years. I've taken this even one step further, and now not only do I present them with a full portfolio and the diamond selection, but now I also present my clients with a slideshow. So the full portfolio, like I said, will be something like 220 pictures. The diamond selection will be something like 70 odd pictures, and then the slideshow will be something like 35 pictures, like the best, the most emotional images, the ones with the most energies, with music. And I present it in a way that they watch. I say, this is recommended to watch first, i.e. the slideshow, and then the diamond selection, and then the portfolio. So that puts them in a very positive mindset. That's how I give my images. The images for the slideshow I will generally take into Lightroom. Myself personally, my editor edits the full portfolio. I select my diamond selection, and then I select my slideshow, and then I will edit the pictures in Lightroom, 35 pictures, and I won't go to such lengths as I do in your homeworks. So that's basically what I do, and I do recommend doing that. We've had a lot of success with that method. The other question that you wrote, after seeing my photo shoots, how much do you think I can charge my customers? So I cannot answer that question for you, and you know what? Nobody else in the world can also answer that question for you. You have to answer that question yourself. I can give you a couple of guidelines. Number one is you cannot give up at this stage in your career, beginning your career, you cannot give up any clients because it costs them too much. Every client to you is worth so much right now, and you have to get as many clients as you possibly can. It's worth taking pictures for free. You can even think of it, not that you should do this, but you can even think of it in a sense, is that your clients are giving you a lot more than you're giving them at this point. Because each client is really the basis of how your business is going to build. So make sure that your price is going to be competitive, that you won't lose any jobs because of price. That's very important. But at the same time, you do have to charge something, because people don't value things that they get for free. So I can't really give you a price. I can't give you a number. Look around, maybe even phone a couple of people, get an idea in where your area is. I don't know exactly where you are in the world, but get an idea of what kind of prices people are looking for, are prepared to pay where you are, and go in lower. Start lower. I wouldn't start higher. I wouldn't start with a high price personally. These are my thoughts. I would start at a low price and get as many jobs as you possibly can. And when you start seeing, I feel the tipping point is when you start getting feedback that people are seriously blown away by your work. At that point, which isn't going to be, it can't be right now, in my opinion. Again, all of this is just my humble opinion. At that point, then you can start messing with your price. And it's very important to mess with your price. When you feel that people really are genuinely blown away and you're getting awesome feedback, then it's very important to start pushing your price up. That's all going to be part of your branding. Like I always say, how do you know that a Rolex is better than a Seiko? And just a regular person knows that because a Rolex is much more expensive than a Seiko. So part of my branding is the price. It's part of the branding. So keep that in mind. But in short, I gave you the idea of what I do, how I present my images. But in short, in regards to pricing, have a feel around and go in a little bit lower so you can make sure that you get the work. Remember, every client is worth gold. Make sure you get testimonials from the clients. If you're going to do any shoots for free, make sure 100% they'll let you use the images for whatever reasons you like. Very important to get that clear. I hope this was helpful, and all the best.